What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and this Saturday is UFC 314. And in this video, I'm gonna be giving you guys my predictions and breakdown for every fight on the main card, excluding the main event, which I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out. Stay tuned for that. But let's get right into it with my predictions for the main card. Firstly, we got Nikita Krylov versus Dominic Reyes, and in this one, I'm gonna go with Dominic Reyes getting this done. I feel like he's improved. He's getting on a win streak. He's on a 2-5 win streak. He went on this bad losing streak where he was getting knocked out left and right. But it seems like he's, moving past that John Jones fight, and he's able to focus on his opponent ahead, and he's able to, find his old self. And I think that he's a far better striker in this one. He's got excellent takedown defense. I think that Yuri was able to control him on the ground briefly, but outside of that, even John Jones wasn't able to, get any significant amount of control time on that. And if Krylov doesn't get this fight to the ground, I feel like Reyes has got the much better hands. He's the faster fighter, got great footwork, got great movement, and I just think that he's the overall better striker. So I think he'll get this done by decision. Moving on to Bryce Mitchell versus John Silva. I'm going to go with John Silva by a first-round knockout. I think that he's a really, really good and powerful striker. I feel like he's got great experience dealing with southpaws. I feel like he's only been fighting southpaws. Maybe, I think Charles Jourdain might be a switch hitter, so he fights from both stances. But outside of that, all his opponents have been, southpaws, and he's comfortable with them, and he's very powerful. He can get stoppages in both lightweight and featherweight, and we have seen Bryce Mitchell get stopped and get dropped quite a bit. And I feel like, he's going to get dropped again. I think the grappling is going to be interesting. But, coming from the fighting nerds, how they say they approach fights and how they study their opponents, I'm assuming, John Silva is going to be ready for that. And also, he's got momentum on his side. He fought in March or maybe towards the end of February. I'm not quite sure. But, he's staying active just, under a month for 2 months ago. So I think he's going to catch Bryce Mitchell on the chin. I don't think Bryce Mitchell is really that hard to hit. And I think that we're going to see a first-round KO from John Silva. Moving on to Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pimblett. And I'm going to go with Yair Rodriguez getting this done by decision. I think that he is a better striker. He's got incredibly fast kicks, great movement. He's taller and he's got a longer reach than Pitbull, and I think he can, stop him in his tracks with those front kicks to the body and start setting up some question mark kicks or regular head kicks to the head. And I don't know, I feel like Pitbull is a little bit past his prime. They come to the UFC a bit too late. Maybe if he came here maybe 4 years ago, in 2021, maybe, but I feel like he's just too old, and I don't think he's gonna be able to do too well in the UFC. I think that this is gonna be one of those Bellator signings that don't go well for the Bellator fighter. And I could see Yair kicking it off by beating him by decision. Also, he's working with the champ, Bilal Muhammad. He's working on his grappling. He seems like he's really focused. He looked bad in the Ortega fight. So I could, see something weird happen where he loses. But I think that he should have the skills to beat Patricio Pimblett. Moving on to the co-main event, Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. I got to go with Michael Chandler. I feel like Michael Chandler is the more powerful striker. I'm not going to say he's a better striker because this guy, he has a lot of potential. He's got, crazy attributes, but he doesn't really use his brain at times. But Paddy Pimblett isn't really that good, in my opinion, on the feet. I feel like he gets clipped quite a bit. He does have good submissions, but, Tony Ferguson, even on that losing streak, he was putting hands on Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett was starting to gas out against Tony Ferguson, who was clearly on the decline. That is very concerning. Yes, he submitted Bobby Green, but at this point, it's who doesn't finish Bobby Green in the first round? So, I feel like Michael Chandler is very powerful. Paddy is very open on the feet, and I don't think he's as good as Dustin Poirier, Oliveira, or Gaethje striking-wise. And all those guys got hurt pretty bad at some point by Michael Chandler. Maybe not Dustin Poirier, but, Gaethje nearly got knocked out. Oliveira nearly got stopped twice. And, I feel like if he's able to put those guys on the ropes, I think he can definitely put Paddy Pimblett on the ropes, and I feel like the Scouser is going to get knocked out. I think we're going to see a stoppage in round 3, and Michael Chandler is dangerous in every round. He nearly finished Oliveira in round 5, and Paddy's never been, you know, in a 5-round fight, so it's going to be very tough for him, and I could see Michael Chandler putting him out and defending the grappling as well. He's got excellent takedown defense, so I think that he is going to win this fight by a KO in round 3. But let me know your predictions down below. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless.